So alam naman po nating lahat, no, that October 1 to 7 of every year is the Elderly Filipino Week. Pero dito po sa atin sa Baguio, 1 month po tayong nagse-celebrate ng Elderly Filipino Month. Kaya nga 1 month, no? Now, one of the activities po na lagi natin pinaghahandaan for the past 3 years ay ang ating tinatawag na Elderly Health Fair. So, ang Elderly Health Fair is hindi po siya yung typical na, hindi siya yung alam natin na medical mission. It's a health fair where we give out free services of varying types sa ating mga senior citizens. Ito ay collaboration or pagtulong-tulong ng mga iba't ibang ahensya dito sa ating lungsod, pribado man o sa gobyerno. So this is a collaboration among the different agencies like DOH, Baguio Gen, nandyan ang ating City Health Services Office, nandyan din ang ating OXWADU, ang OSCA. No? Ang Elderly Health Fair, sinimulan po namin ito noong 2023 because we wanted to have an activity na kung saan pwede tayong magbigay ng mga iba't ibang libreng serbisyo sa ating mga senior citizens. Yun nga lang, gusto namin mag-deviate doon sa mga nakasanayan ng mga medical mission. Gusto namin yung mga hindi karaniwan na mga binibigay na serbisyo tulad ng libreng masahe, libreng gupit. Siyempre, hindi mawawala ang dental services, ang eye exam, ear exam. So dahil sa pagtulong-tulong po ng mga iba't ibang ahensya, you're able to come out with these different services na pwede nating maibigay. And as the years go by, unti-unti po natin siyang na-improve, unti-unti din po dumadami ang mga nagtutulong-tulong na mga ahensya. So kanina nga, nandyan din ang mga ating mga partners in the pharmaceutical industry. Sa Elderly Health Fair, dito po natin makikita, no, yung kakaibang tuwa ng ating mga senior citizens, lalo na kung mga nakakakuha sila ng mga libre. Yan po yung tuwang-tuwa ako napapanood ko sa kanila kapag kunyari sumasali sila sa mga games, tapos nakakakuha sila ng mga libre na mga o nakakakuha sila ng mga premyo, mga prizes, yan. Ang isang noteworthy na experience ko for the past 3 years, you would feel the genuine gratitude from our patients to the point na yayakapin ka, magpapasalamat, kasi nga feeling nila nagpapasalamat sila sa oras na binigay mo sa kanila, sa importansya na binibigay natin sa kanila. So katulad nga ng lagi kong sinasabi, etong Elderly Health Fair is one way that we can commemorate, we can recognize, and of course honor the invaluable contributions of our senior citizens in our society. For the past years, iba't ibang hamon din ang aming na-encounter habang ginagawa itong Elderly Health Fair. Meron yung dati, ang problema namin, venue, wala kaming mahanapan ni venue. O di kaya, meron din previous year, ang naging hamon sa amin, wala kaming mga upuan or kulang yung aming mga personnel. This year naman, medyo memorable ang naging hamon sa amin. Pati kami nadamay sa flood control at sa mga ghost project. Nagkataon lamang po na naisabay yung rally, no, for anti-corrupt natin. So dahil doon, pareho kami ng venue, medyo na-delay yung pag-start ng aming mga services kasi yung mga iba na-stuck sa traffic, yung mga iba hindi makapasok ng convention. So yun lang po naman yung naging challenge for this year. Pero sabi nga nila, kung minsan, ang isang event, para maging successful, kailangan mo overcome mo yung mga iba't ibang challenges na nangyayari. And tapos na, okay naman po. And we have a very high turnout for our participants this year. During the first that we had this, parang nasa 300 to 400 yung participants namin. Last year, dahil open space kami, nasa 300. Or ganun din, 300 to 400. Pero this time around, I think we were able to have around more than 500. So mga 500 to 600 ang participants natin for this year. Ang pinaka-gustong-gusto din nila is nagper-perform. Pakita po natin yung mga nag-perform for the doxology, yung mga nag-perform sa exercises, sa Zumba natin, sa pambansang awit, yan. Kasi they feel na at least they were able to share their talents, pinapakita nila na kaya pa nilang mag-participate, and yung mga isang mga gusto din nila, yung mga nado-document, so picture sila ng picture, mga ganyan. And sa palagay ko, mas nag-enjoy din yung mga seniors, lalo na kung nakikita nila sa paligid nila, mga katropa, ika nga, mga same age group, yung tipong makikita mo, ma-overhear mo sila, nagkukwentuhan sila kung kailan nagsimulang humina yung pandinig ng isa, o yung isa, masakit na yung paa niya, ano yung gamot na iniinom niya. Kumbaga, they share notes. Parang nakakahanap sila ng karamay sa kanilang pang-araw-araw. So yun yung nakikita ko, yung socialization nila with the same age group, na ganyan. Maganda rin po sana. Actually, we were already thinking to include yung sa ECG, yung libre natin na ECG. Kaya lang ang magiging problem po kasi natin doon will be the consultation after. So, syempre, we need to get additional physicians for that. So, the good thing is, our society, the Philippine College of Physicians, already approached us. Kaya lang, it was already too late to incorporate that. So, they approached us a few weeks ago and they wanted also to help with this, with this activity of the geriatric care unit. So, probably by next year, we would have more physicians who would be joining us. So, we might be needing an even bigger venue for this.
So being a member of the IBP, it's the shortcut of the Integrated Bar of the Philippines. We are also tasked to give legal aid, especially to those who cannot afford to pay the services of private lawyers. And that is one of the services that the IBP can provide to the public. The Integrated Bar of the Philippines, Baguio Benguet chapter, has its office behind the Justice Hall. It's actually in between the Justice Hall and the City Hall. Okay. The services that we can provide for today includes legal advice for whatever legal problems that the clients may have. And then I believe if some of our other members brought their notarial seals and stamps, we can also provide notarial services. In my case and in my experience as a private practitioner for more than 2 decades here in Baguio, it varies. Most of the cases involve civil cases, properties, lands, some criminal cases, but it involves more of the male elderly. And
As the perpetrator or
yes,
the victim?
as a perpetrator. But as a victim, I only encountered one. And it was a female elderly person, but not necessarily here in Baguio. The person was located in Kalinga, but the clients were her relatives and they sought my advice and help on how to deal with the problem.
Like any human person, senior citizen has the same set of rights as an ordinary person who's not a liga, who is not a senior citizen. But apart from that, our expanded senior citizenship law allows them to enjoy discounts for certain services. So we are all looking forward to becoming dual citizens, no? Filipino citizens at the same time senior citizens, so we can enjoy all of these rights.
I had a stroke 2002. Up to the present, my condition now is that one half of my body is partially numb, but thank God I can still walk normally than like the others who have so I am a stroke survivor.
In 2024, in-advise ako ni doktor yung aking nephrologist to undergo CT scan. So urogram. So after that, they found some it has to be correlated by conducting another exam, which is the MRI naman. I have to wait for 3 to 4 weeks. So yun ang mga challenges. I cannot have it in Notre because of the financial constraint. Anyway, kaya ko naman mag-produce pero sabi ko it can wait. So yun ang mga challenges na emotionally rin.
Ang number one problem is when I go to, like, one time, we went, the health center requested for laboratory exam. Now, they wanted us to go to the health center here in Baguio. But when I went there was no reagent, so I have to go to BGH. And I went to BGH. you have to pay. And if you want to avail of the malasakit, if you want to avail of the malasakit, you have to go to the city hall to see the mayor. You get so many requirements before you can avail of that laboratory service. So since I cannot go there because I cannot walk already I'm so slow, and I have to get the taxi back and forth to the barangay, to the city hall. So I have no other choice but to pay the services in BGH. I cannot afford to go there and back and forth and then get some certificate from the barangay. So many requirements. So I have to pay, forced to pay, borrow and pay the laboratory exams needed.
Oo. Actually, yung ordinary na illness ko na nararamdaman ko is coughs and colds, yung fever, na which I guess na I do not usually consult the doctor for medication, no? Kasi yung illness ko na is cough and cold, parang yung ordinary lang na ano. Kasi ako kasi kapag may coughs and colds ako, meron akong experience na umaabot siya ng 2 weeks, no? Pero yung 2 weeks na yon, hindi ko talaga pinupuntahan ng doktor for consultation. Basta yung yung mga gamot na meron ako sa bahay for coughs and colds, yun lang ang tinetake ko. And thanks God, na gumagaling naman ako with those kinds of medication.
Well, I listen to, especially nung pandemic, no? So, I read a lot of journal, mga medical, ganon. And then, nagsiself, ka rin, determine your, yung health mo. I mean, tignan mo kung yung mga limitations mo. Yeah. And then, yung nutrition is very important. So, para ma-maintain mo yung yung stable health condition mo. Yeah, so I do a lot of walking. I still play basketball, especially when I am in Pampanga. Yun ang namin eh. I was born and raised in Pampanga.
Actually, wala naman akong problema na experience so far, no, sa pagpapagod. Sa akin lang ha, wala akong na-experience talaga na hardship in going to the health center for a check-up. Kasi as far as I am now 76, I have not encountered any major illness. Kaya hindi ako nagpapa-check up sa health center. Except of course yung mga ordinary na flu vaccine, mga pneumonia vaccine, yung ganon. Pero there are times na naubusan ang mga health centers. Kaya I go to private doctors for flu vaccine, anti-pneumonia, and other kinds of vaccination. So yun lang.
Now we are availing of free medicines. There is such a thing in the health center as diabetic and hypertension club. And so every 3 months we get our supply. But it is only limited depending kung ano ang available, like losartan, amlodipine. Otherwise, the other branded medicines, you have to buy it outside. Ayun ang So, kung wala ka sa health center, pero kung ano ang available doon, yun lang ang free naman. Kaya at least nakakatulong din kahit pa paano. No?
Ang pinakagusto ko dito sa health fair, it was announced for everybody to know that we have this kind of activity for the elderly. No? Kasi siyempre, alam mo naman yung mga elderly, no? Wala na silang enough money, wala na silang enough na para magbayad para sa mga doktor for their illnesses. Wala na rin silang enough money to buy their medicines. Hinahayaan na lang nila yung katawan nila na ang tawag mo to, magkasakit na wala nang pag-asa yung kanilang sakit kasi they don't have enough finances. So with this kind of activity which the government of Baguio has done, it did a great help for all of us. May pera man o wala, nandito lahat sila. As long as they were properly informed of this activity. Yung lang kasi, yung information na this health fair is good for 200 senior citizens lang ang nakalagay doon sa doon sa information na pinakalat nila. I would suggest na hindi lang dapat 200. Sana lahat ng gustong mag-avail, regardless of the number of seniors, dapat i-consider nila para lahat mabigyan ng chance to join such health fair. Tapos yung hindi lang sana kasi parang isang blood sa laboratory, 4 lang ang kailangang gawin mo, i-avail mo. Pero dapat lahat yung lahat ng about health ang i-cater lahat ng para sa mga elderly. Hindi lang 4 na kind of what do you call that? Activity ba yun? Or
Ang masasabi ko lang, una, ingat sa pagkain. Kasi kung masobrahan mo kasi yung matataba, yun, doon ko napansin yung aangat ng blood pressure. At saka kailangan maglakad-lakad ka na rin para wag lang sobra. Kasi kung sobra, baka mahilo ka na, matumba ka. Kung maaari, lagi kang nakangiti para hindi... Isa rin kasi yung lagi kang nakaseryoso, yung parang baka maatake ka ng puso. Kung minsan binibiro ko si Mrs. Sabi ko, lagi kang ngumiti kung may kausap ka para laging masayang buhay. Ganun lang.
Maganda na mag-attend tayo ng mga meeting ng we have our quarterly meeting in Bacakeng. So now that we can avail of some benefits, maintain your regular medicine. Yun lang po.
sa mga kapwa kong elderly, kailangan ingatan natin ang ating sarili. Kung may mga nararamdaman tayo, sabihin lang natin agad sa kung sino man ang makasama natin sa bahay para matulungan tayo at magamot tayo kung kailangan nating magpagamot sa doktor. Para hindi rin sila magkakaroon ng problema. Kasi siyempre yung mga members of the family, katulad ng mga anak natin o kaya mga apo natin, sila ang number 1 na magpo-problema kung makita nila tayong hindi healthful. Kaya kailangan tayong mga elderly, we should take care of ourselves properly. Huwag tayong gagawa ng ikasasama ng ating kalusugan.
Ang message ko is let us sana kaming mga senior citizen ay may mga projects for senior citizens na yung kaya pa nila, dapat mayroon sanang kasi after retirement from your job, ayun ang experience ko, retirement from job, para kang na Pag wala kang magawa, sana dapat yung retirees na talagang medyo younger pa, ma-provide din naman ng konting trabaho na for the elderly na hanap upang hindi sila maging parang walang silbi. Sana yung mga ka-senior citizens ko enjoy hanggang sa and let us be also good examples to the youth na maging kung ano ang magandang asal ipakita natin as elders kasi ngayon talagang ang mga youth ngayon wala nang respect sa mga elders. Ayun ang na-notice ko. Kaya sana maging ehemplo din tayong mga elders upang at least baka sakali din itong mga younger generations. Yun lang.
To the members of the elderly community, keep going and continue to inspire us.
Lagi ko pong sinasabi, tungo po tayo sa healthy aging palagi. Siyempre, ang healthy aging, hindi po yan yung patandaan. Hindi rin po yan yung kawalan ng sakit. Healthy aging is optimizing functional capacity and of course, improving quality of life. Yun po ang lagi natin tatandaan para masabi natin na healthy aging tayo. At higit sa lahat, para po doon sa mga nag-aalaga naman, ito po yung lagi kong sasabihin sa inyo. Alagaan nyo pong mabuti at mahalin nyo ang inyong mga senior citizens. Kasi kung paano mo minahal at inalagaan at inaruga ang inyong mga nanay, tatay, lolo, lola, auntie at uncle, ganun din po kayo aalagaan, mamahalin at aarugain kapag kayo naman na ang nasa ganong estado.